Looks like the defense called the ginormous dirty trick. It's a whole lot of player right there. Oh, and he is dead. Good riddance.
Back in the day, they used to make game boxes that looked as cool as this. This is Mutant League Football for the Sega Genesis. Oh my God, this brings back some memories. Michael Mendheim worked on this game at Electronic Arts back in the day. When was this out? When was this thing out?
Mutant League Football was released in 1993.
1993. Was that one of your first games, or had you been in the business already?
I'd been in the business already, but that one was, one of my favorite games I've ever done. And when we released it, it was the #1 best-selling hit.
Yeah.
Spawned a television show, a toy line, and then we did a sequel, Mutant League Hockey.
And then EA killed it.
Well, EA killed it so they could go on. They weren't being mean. They killed it because their company strategy was to focus on the world's finest and most realistic sports simulations.
Sure, yeah.
Mutant League Football was the bastard child, so it didn't quite make the cut on that. But over the last 20 years, we've had fans from the community go, "Are you ever going to do another game like Mutant League?"
Yeah.
And my answer to them was, hell yeah. So we've got Mutant Football League. We changed the name out of respect to the original. It's a completely brand new game, completely different than the old one. However, for those of you that love the old one, all the things that you loved about the old one, like the humor, the political incorrectness, that stuff is still intact in this game.
That's awesome. What's it like going back to revisit, a glory? Because you had a career at EA for a while, then you went to 3DO, and I'm sure you've kicked around.
I went back to EA again.
You did, okay. So what's it like to? I mean, is it like going back to high school or something? What is it like to have to do that circuitous route back to a project that's in your heart like that?
Well, this has always been my baby, right?
Yeah.
So I love football. I love the monsters. I love the violence. So this has always been a dream to be able to do it again, and to do it with today's technology, with the graphics and the audio. And for this game, we've got Tim Kitzrow, who was NBA Jam, Boom Shakalaka. Yeah, he's doing the announcer work for Mutant Football League. So couldn't be more excited. The game's on steroids. It is the wildest, craziest, goriest, most outrageous football game ever. We launched a Kickstarter campaign, and we put out a preview demo. It's one of our rewards. For a lousy $1, you can be playing Mutant Football League. So we put that out there. It was a ballsy move. But like bugs and all, we're pre-alpha. The fans ate it up, and they love it. And we smashed our Kickstarter goal in 4 days on Super Bowl Sunday as Brady was taking the Patriots into overtime.
Oh my God, that's dope. That's so cool. Dude, we so need this couch co-op kind of gameplay. Nintendo's launching a system, touting that we need to gather around screens together and have a communal experience. And NBA Jam and Blitz and all that stuff has just disappeared, and we need something like that.
And this is it, right? So we built this game, and it shines playing multiplayer local. We've got online, but you'll have the most fun inviting some of your friends over, cracking up some ice-cold brews, and then watching your friend's face contort as you kill his all-star quarterback as he's 2 yards from the goal line in a game-winning drive, and he smashes his controller down. You're laughing, he wants to kill you, and that's what it's all about, building memories and having fun. However, this is more than just a fun party game. It's a deadly serious esports competition game too.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it is 2017, and the gamers are sophisticated. They want a lot, so you can actually play like a real game of football, but you can also rip limbs off, I imagine, and beat people.
Yeah. Well, our hook is that as you play, players die, so you whittle down their rosters, right? So you can play the game by high score. I got the highest score, I win, but you can also play the game where I'm systematically decimating your players. So for instance, if I take out all your running backs, you lose your running plays. If I take out all your quarterbacks, you have nobody to throw the ball, so you forfeit and I win. So we have a lot of players that don't normally play sports games. They like this because they don't care what the score is. Their whole game style is they're just going to slowly decimate your team until they win.
That's awesome. Is there any way, I mean, tell me about working to do this game. Did you have any in contact with EA? Did you have to get their approval? Was there any cordial thing? What, like any contact at all?
Well, I did.
Yeah.
And I talked to them. Obviously, I would love for EA to do this game, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
But EA abandoned the trademark in 2001, so it's dead.
Yeah.
They have no plans to make a new one. I cannot use any audio-visual presentation of the original game.
Right.
I can't use characters or teams from the original game.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to do the original game. You know, it's 24 years later. We wanted to do.
Holy crap! Is it 24 years later? Oh my God! Yeah.
We wanted to do more of an NFL Blitz style game, and that's what we have. And it's just a much faster, frenzied, chaotic game.
I can remember playing the other one, and it was fun, but it was kind of, was it based on the Madden engine back then, or like it just moved slower than you thought it was?
We modeled after Madden, but it was not on the Madden engine. We built our own engine internally at Electronic.
So this one's going to move way faster. It's going to be much more action-packed.
Oh yeah, it's crazed. I mean, it is a turbocharged, steroid-induced blast. Yeah.
Well, obviously, I mean, you just went to Kickstarter last month. This isn't a month old, this game. You've been working on it for a while. Tell us how you've been sort of getting this to this shape, and tell us about your company and your team.
Yeah, so our company is Digital Dreams Entertainment, and we do mobile games and a variety of other games. We've self-funded Mutant Football League.
Oh, cool.
We have a small team, about 7 people.
Yep.
And we do development in Kiev, Ukraine.
Oh, wow.
So I'm flying back and forth and working with the team. The hardest part was kind of getting them to understand football.
That was my next question. They don't play football over there.
Right, but they all went to basic training, Mendheim basic training. So they've got it down. And, you know, if you take away like the gore and the dirty tricks and all the craziness that we have in this game, at its core, it's a really solid football game. And then all that other stuff on top of it just makes it more outrageous.
So what's it like to enter the fray of the console universe again? Are you connecting with a lot of old friends?
Oh, yeah. And I'm a console game designer at heart, you know, so I just...
And are you a player still too? Do you play all the stuff?
I still play, lately, not so much, because the only thing I'm doing is Mutant Football League. So I'm just kind of focused on that. But yeah, I love games, right?
That's awesome.
But I just wanted a game that was kind of easy to set up and play and not have to take 20 minutes to get started. And
it seems like we're moving back to that, and you know, there's going to be a lot of Switch owners, brand new Switch owners, that see this and go, this is perfect for that machine, right?
It is. And I mean, we're talking to Nintendo right now, and we'd love to be on that platform. So, you know, fingers crossed on that.
Dude, it's so good to see you. I love to see the vets that stick with it, that love it, you know, like Hideo Kojima famously said a few years ago, I'll be making video games till the day I die, and I love that energy and that philosophy. It's inspiring, man.
Oh, thank you. I love the industry, right? It's been really good to me. And if you don't love it, it's a hard industry, right?
If you don't love it, get out.
Love what you're doing, and I love what I'm doing. And, you know, we're building projects on what we can do, right? Realistically, what we can afford. And so we can't really compete on features or in that level with games with $50 million budgets, but we can compete with creativity. And we can create stuff, you know, that there's no monopoly on creativity and there's no dollar figure. It's just who's got the best idea, who can make you laugh, who can make you feel. And on that we can compete, and that's what we're doing with Mutant.
So great. Can't wait to play it.
All right.
You got my dollar.
Okay, well, and I'll get you a bill.
All right. Thank you, man. Good to see you.